What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna have some fun because Greasefang hasn't made it on the channel in a minute, and we really haven't played vehicles in a while, and I had a good reason to do that today, so let's get in and talk about that. So I was messing around with vehicles today, and then I remembered a deck list that somebody had posted during one of our live streams where I was helping people build decks, which, if you want to get deck help, don't forget you can join the memberships down below. I have a level, you can send deck lists right to me, or you can join my Discord. The link for that's also in the description. I figured I would go back to this list and see if we could fix it up and see how it works today. And your deck list that you send to me or that we see in the Discord could also show up on the channel at some point. But today, we're going to take a look at vehicles. So that starts with Greasefang. Greasefang's actually really good. It's a 4/3 for 3. Can get stuff out of the graveyard into play, and then it goes back to your hand, which is great if you have enter the battlefield triggers, and that's great because we have some new stuff that can do that. Also going to help our vehicles, we're going to be playing Hot Shot Mechanic because it can crew pretty much anything, and that's awesome. And then we need just a variety of things to get stuff into the graveyard to work with Greasefang, and that's going to start with Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. This lets us get access to an extra card, but also lets us discard things if we need to get those vehicles into the graveyard. Additionally, we get to play Bitter Triumph, which is a good removal card that also can let us discard, so we like that a lot. And Fleeting Spirit. This is a card you don't see too often, but it can get first strike with some trickery from your graveyard. But also, you can just discard something to keep from losing it to a sweeper, which is also very cool. And another new card is Brass's Tunnel Grinder, which lets you discard any number of cards and draw that many. So this can help us also dig for our Greasefang, which is pretty big. But later in the game, because we had so many things that let us discard, we could trigger the Descend on this, and then we actually have the ability to get the Discover trigger, which is super nice. And we're going to play Get Lost just because it's a really good removal card, so it's going to fill in some space here. And to help round all of this out, our other creature we're going to play here is going to be Thran Spider, because it does get us extra power stones that we can use to cast the vehicles since they happen to be artifacts. And a card that we debated on the list when it came up on the stream was Aster, Bearer of Blades. But the thing about Aster here is it does help us just get the vehicle of our choice that's near the top of the deck, which is great. And then we can use anything to crew any vehicle. So we'll see if it works out. He's a 4/4 if nothing else. But let me tell you about the sponsor, and then we'll talk about the vehicles we're going to play today.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of this channel. And you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And support this channel by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Belligerent. This card's actually really cool. It's a 4-mana 5/5. Obviously, we have to crew it because it's a vehicle, but we crew for 3. But whenever it attacks, we get to make a treasure, and then we could look at the top card of library and play lands and cast spells from the top, which is actually super nice to help us get ahead. And we're going to be playing Magmatic Galleon. This is great because it has an Enter the Battlefield trigger, which works doubly good with Greasefang, and can produce treasure and possibly get us extra stuff, though we don't have that much that deals damage, except a Surge Hacker back. This is actually really good because this works with Greasefang, so when it comes into play, it can deal damage to twice the number of vehicles we control. Also can get us an extra treasure from Magmatic Galleon. It also has Menace, so it's hard to block. So these are going to be our good set of vehicles that we're going to run with today and see if these are enough to get the job done for what we're trying to do. But if you want the full deck list, it will be at the end of the video like always, or just go down to the description. You can look for the blue arrows and take it to the Moxfield link. You can get today's deck and a bunch of other sweet stuff you can play in Standard. For now, though, let's go see if Greasefang and these vehicles can still get some wins. Okay. I think we're going to keep this. Mostly because we can Fleeting Spirit if we want to. We can toss that in the graveyard. We could go ahead and play Thran Spider the following turn. So we have a few things we could do. Well, I mean, I say that. We need to draw a third land for the Thran Spider. But, we'll see what we can do. Because so far, this ain't it. We need some more help. If we can untap red land next turn, that would be nice, and that could set up a possible Magmatic Galleon, but we'll see. I think I'm just discarding a Thran Spider, though. Even though I'm probably supposed to discard Galleon there. Because of my luck, I'll find Greasefang and then be like, oh no! Could have had a bonus. Yep, and it's back. Wow, didn't get there anyway. That's tough. I'm gonna leave mana up for Bitter Triumph here. This is a bit disappointing. But it's all we can do. Alright, opponent wants to cut down again. Guess we'll just discard this time the Galleon. Alright. Guess I'll go ahead and just kill this. Pay the 3 life. I mean, I know I'll regret it when they play Shieldred next turn, but... Alright, we can at least get colorless from that, so that's something. And we get to attack. Alright, so at least have some protection against, say, I guess Liliana if it shows up. But this is more likely Shieldred this turn. Nope, it's just another Evolved Sleeper. Okay, that's reasonable, I guess. Okay. Yep, you got it. Belligerent. Can I not? Oh, I'm still a color short of being able to cast this. Gosh dang it. Ah, so close, but yet so very far away. Alright, I guess we just attack with the Fleeting Spirit. I mean, not sure what else we're going to do. I mean, at least we're still in this. We had a rough start. But, you know, we're still doing some things here. I'm just going to try to kill this again. Nope. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play this. Alright, in the turn. I mean, if they attack, we're not going to block. They kind of get to do whatever they want here. Yep, you draw a card. You can even draw a second card if you like. I mean, we keep doing this. That hasn't died yet. I guess they can't target anything else with Go for the Throat anyway, though, right? Though if they were going to target it, they probably should have targeted the untapped one. In all reality, so I can't double block here. Okay, they weren't attacking anyway, so it didn't matter. They just cost us a card there. Alright, well that's not gonna do a thing. So we just pass. Whole lot of nothing going on right now. We have plenty of removal cards still we can find. Just have none of them active here. Now I have to find one to deal with the Shieldred, so that's going to be a real thing. Sadly, they can still activate the Sleeper because we gave them a Power Stone. Looks like they're going to try to kill a Fleeting Spirit again. Well, since I can't cast this, I might as well. Alright, need to draw a removal card here. You know what? That works. Because we can... Ooh, actually, wait. Still would need to draw another red for this. But I guess it's kind of the best thing we can do right now. Alright. At the beginning of combat, I get to put one into play. Sure. Get the Galleon. Galleon can kill this. We can crew this. And then if they block 3, they would take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they'd go to 3. Or they could just block the Galleon. Yeah, alright. We're okay with that. Sure, works for me. So they go to 2. Alright, so now even drawing a card isn't great for them. They might still do it and go to 1, but now they've got to have other blockers. I can't use this card in hand, so sure. Like, Fleeting Spirit has survived what, 4 removal cards so far? This is silly. Yeah, them making a token is fine. That doesn't block. That is awesome. Fleeting Spirit. What, this did not go at all according to plan, but Fleeting Spirit alone has kept us in this game. Yep, and then we just get to attack for a bunch. Oh, and we got a removal card. That's awesome. Alright, Galleon it is. Alright, good stuff. Alright, we got some different colors. We got Fleeting Spirits. Sure. This might be worth something. We might have too many discard cards. I don't know if that's true yet, but I could see that being possibly correct, that we have too many. Pass the turn. What I do like about Fleeting Spirits, though, is they do dodge a bunch of different removal, which is super nice. Alright, Beanstalk, you got it. Unfortunately, you don't qualify, but we can attack for 3. We can play this and just pass. Oh, actually, oh, pilots too. Forgot. I was like, why am I able to cast that? I was like, oh yeah, it's a pilot. Okay. Another pilot, huh? Alright. We'll, attack? Because what the heck else are we gonna do? I mean, I got no tricks. Wow, they're going all the way to 9. Okay. I think here I want to play Brass's Tunnel Grinder. And I'm gonna get rid of probably just the Surge Hacker mech. Because I feel like if they get Atraxa or something, we still kill Atraxa with this. So there's value there. This only hits creatures and planeswalkers. Maybe we get rid of that too. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, Get Lost can get rid of that, I guess. Alright. Would have liked a land to show up, though. That would have been a real good bonus. Colossal Dactyl. Was not expecting that to show up. Oh, okay, so this isn't what I thought it was. I'll just pay the 3 life. And we'll keep attacking. Alright, end the turn. I think we're okay, because I don't see how we'd lose the Fleeting Spirits here. And I can't think of anything they would play here that would stop us. That's not totally true. I was just thinking if they had like Brotherhoods in, I mean not Brotherhoods in, Burn Down the House, they could have made 3 1/1s. But then we could have also played NT and just give one of these trample, and that would have done it too. So I guess it didn't matter, but it was a possibility. Okay, this looks interesting. Let's keep it. We go Hotshot Mechanic into an NT, possibly into Greasefang, something cool. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I won't have anything to discard yet, so that doesn't do much. Actually, it's not true. We get to discard here. Discard one of these mechs. Won't get to play the card, so okay. Bleeding Spirit is a little sad to lose that. That card's turned out to be pretty good. Herd Migration. Now, this is another thing, too, I was thinking about vehicles, is they serve pretty well to dodge all these sweepers you're seeing everywhere. So unless they play, like, specifically Farewell, you're actually in pretty good shape a big chunk of the time. We're going to go with this. We're going to crew this up. We are going to attack. Discard this duder. I'm going to go ahead and put the counter on... Yes, here? I thought about discarding the other Surge Hacker mech so I'd have one to play next turn too, but didn't know how important that was going to be. Well, turns out it would have been very important. Alright, try to go attack. I mean, you should probably kill Inti or Greasefang here. Seems reasonable. Get rid of that since they know we have that in hand. And maybe we find something else good here. I'm going to put this here just in case they have like Brotherhoods in or something. I don't know that they would, but maybe. Alright. Hopefully there's no depopulate. Okay, that'll do it. Yeah, we'll keep this. There's a little trickery here where we could maybe kill something with a Bitter Triumph and then see what we could do with like Greasefang into free vehicle. But if this is the blue-white artifacts list, we are going to struggle a bit. I think that's going to be a given. Yeah, we go ahead and try, I guess. Why did I not play Blackleaf Cliffs that turn? That was silly. Okay, hey, something else we might be able to target. That's a thing. Oh, Unlicensed Hearse? That's like the worst card for us. Oh, man. Like, nobody's even playing that card anymore. That's brutal. Well, that kind of kills the whole Greasefang plan, other than just having Greasefang be a 4/3 attacker. Damn. That sucks. Well, okay. Is what it is, I suppose. Do we even want to discard anything? I guess I have to if I want to punch past this gnome. But, yeah, this is not good. Crap. I'm just going to discard... Greasefang's a real body. These can actually be removal, because it looks like they're doing something a little different. I kind of want the land. Oh, man. Alright, I'm going to give up one of these, I guess. I don't love that, honestly. But it's what we got. Yeah, see, if I waited on the land, I could have just had that. Especially since I knew I wasn't playing anything pre-combat. Sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play this. In the turn. Obviously, they'll remove what's in our graveyard. Like, yeah, that's a tough one. We can still win. It's just going to be way more difficult when we don't have access to our graveyard. But that's okay. Could be worse. Alright, we're going to attack. See how the opponent feels about this. I will discard a mountain. And I'll put the counter on the Inti that they could kill, I guess, if they want to. Alright, we got the mech hanger, which is really nice. So if a sweeper does happen... I think we can wait and then just try to kill that. I don't think we have to be in a hurry here. And if they don't play anything else, there is a world where they might try to get this big enough to block something. But I would assume sweepers of some variety are around the corner. Alright. That sort of feels like they're going to sweep the board here, or else they wouldn't attack. They'd probably try to save some type of blocking scenario. No, they didn't, actually. Alright, well, let's try to waste this. I'll pay the 3 life. I'll gamble. The sort of just feels like, what are we doing otherwise, you know? Right? We each draw a card. That's good. So we get a little bit of a freebie turn. I love that. Another mech hanger, which isn't the most exciting thing. Let's attack. I think I'm going to discard the Cave of Koilos. And I'm just going to put the counter here. I mean, we have a Greasefang. I think, though, I want to play this instead. Even though we're not getting to kill anything or whatever, I just want to set up so if they do sweep the board, we can keep a Fleeting Spirit and attack with the Surge Hacker mech and have lethal. Other option is they just get a land, play farewell, get rid of everything. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of this. Now, that's nice, but doesn't really do anything for us here. And we're going to have a 3-power creature and a 5-power creature. That's going to do it. Unless they had a land that would have gained a life or something there. Alright, our turn. We'll just let this become live. And we'll attack. And that's lethal. So despite them having the unlicensors, we managed to get across the finish line anyway. Without all of our trickery. We did also have a creature land too, so there were some other ways we could have tried if the game went longer. We'll keep this. This feels okay. If it's against mono red, this is not going to be great. But against other stuff, this at least feels like we can do a thing. Sleight of hand. Okay. I have seen some weird, like, blue... Oh, where were you? I would have gladly played you last turn. I've seen some strange, like, blue-white, really go hard on the Haughty Djinn in the graveyard. I think that's what this is, actually. So we'll have to figure out how to make this work. Oh, they just played a Djinn straight up here. Alright. Well, I wasn't planning on just killing a Djinn outright, but I guess we will. And just play the hotshot mechanic. I was gonna play like an Inti here and then try to attack past or something, but this will have to do, I guess. Alright. They might just have another one too. It could be one of those hands where they just drew several. Well, they got another one. Of course they did. But it is tapped at least, so there's that. We can try to get some damage in for the moment. We'll see. Those do not help. It's going to get countered. It does not. Okay. Well, we'll try to attack then. Discard a Greasefang? I mean, really, no. We're going to discard this. Who am I kidding? We have 2 Greasefangs, right? Doing this so if they try to bounce it or something, we can still blink it. Yep. I'm going to discard an Inti. That doesn't help. I was kind of hoping for a land or something there, deck. Oh, losing that hurts. That hurts for real. Oh, no. Alright. That's tough. Yep, you got it. Oof. Oof. That did not go well. Ledger Shredder. Okay, good news. We get to play a Greasefang this turn. Wow, opponent said, F you. They might also just have a way to protect it or untap it, too. That could be a real thing. All right. Try to target that. Assuming they can save it. Oh, they're going to bounce it? That's the best way. Okay, love that. Through this. And attack. Discarding this. Put counter here so there's no real good block. Yeah, exactly. You can kill off the Fleeting Spirit. Like, that's fine. Nope, they're going to just stop the most damage they can here. Alright. Cool. And we can get this back in the graveyard at any point by just discarding it. So, yeah, that worked. Ooh, awesome. Sure, let's keep this. Let's see what we can do. I feel like I draw you too late too often, little mechanic. I'd love to be attacking with you on turn 2 when we're on the play. Lore Keeper. Well, this is dead because it's getting chomped here. That's fine. This is always interesting on what we should be doing here. But I think I'm going to save these to remove stuff. I'm actually just going to play this first. And we'll have to just figure it out as we go along. Because I could have killed the Lore Keeper. But if they still have a third land and play like a 6/6, and then next turn play the 5/3, like, I'd rather just kill their creatures. They're bigger threats. Now, if they don't play a land here, and they just play one thing, I might try to off a couple of things. Okay, that's interesting. I don't hate it, but it's interesting. I have Battlefield Forges, just damage lands. I have another black in hand. Nah, I guess I'll take this, so I have a white non-damage land. Oh, I guess I have one anyway. Yeah, I guess it didn't really matter. Okay, so now the opponent's shown us that they don't have a 4-mana dinosaur, or they would have just played it. So here, we're going to go ahead, cast Inti, and I'm going to go ahead and try to think what all they could have here, but I think I'm just going to do this and be okay with it. Because now, unless they draw something here that they didn't have last time, we should be mostly okay. Was a little interesting, though, that they decided to use Boseiju just to kill a 2/4 thing that all their dinosaurs could run over. So it makes me feel like they have a lot of lands in hand. If not, that was a very strange thing to do, playing dinosaurs. Okay, so yeah, they had up more land. Found a Belligerent Yearling. And they had another Triumphant Chomp. Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, we'll just have to hope for the best. I mean, they might as well map here if they're going to do anything, because they might find another land that they need for next turn. The Belligerent. Alright, let's do it. And because of the deck we're playing, I kind of want to keep an extra card in hand. I don't know if we need to take the damage or not here, but we'll see what they play. This puts us in a spot, doesn't it? So we sort of get to see what they have. I guess we just let them have it. Okay, so they found the land. So here, if they play like Dracosaur, I'd rather just kill that. Oh, that sucks. I mean, we still want to kill that, but boy, that hurts. All right. We will discard a card because we don't want to take extra damage here under the circumstances. Still gets to be a 5/2, though. Yep. So we go to 12. Oh, no! That was not good. That was not good at all. Alright. I mean, we could save this to block, but I'm kind of risking it for the biscuit here. See if we can get something extra. You know, we'll take it. That's at least something. That's productive. Don't have anything in the yard we could really use necessarily, but hey, it's a start. Ooh, Aster. Alright. At least we know what we're getting next turn. Aster could put a vehicle in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, kill that. Fair enough. Hey, at least they didn't cast that. I mean, they can't, I guess, but still. That is a bigger problem. Because now we're down to 6. We know what's on top. Man, Aster missed. Ugh. Gross. Man, if we could at least got the 4-mana one to kill one of these, would have been great. Now we're just in trouble. So I'm assuming they play any reasonable dinosaur here. We just die. Yeah, that'll do it too. Alright. Wish I had something to kill that, but I don't. Alright, how bad is it? I mean, if it's anything reasonable, we're dead. Yeah, that still lets them fight something, so that's the same. I mean, I guess we're not dead, because we can block the 7/7 with the 5/5, but we're effectively dead. Yep. Yeah, we're dead. I'm not gonna go through the motions. Like, we're not coming back from that one. Alright. Opponent goes first. I guess we keep this anyway. Why not? You know what? Sure. I'm going to take damage here. I mean, this is probably just Selesnya Enchantments, and this 2/1 isn't going to matter, but yeah, that's what I thought. And we did not find any proper kill spells, so that's tough. Alright, well, I'll attack, because they're just going to pump that up. We're not going to be able to block efficiently anyway. Opponent, you have no reason to block this. Like, our hand has no... Honestly, I should have mulliganed this. Our hand has no kill spells or anything. Alright. Jugan defends a temple. That's one you don't see too often. But why not? I mean... You're something. Don't know how we get anything good out of this. Why would you leave this untapped, Arena? Alright. I mean, we may have to trade 2 for 1. I don't know what we're gonna... I mean, we'll see. We got a lot of work ahead of us. That's all I know. Alright, and I'm assuming there's another enchantment that's probably going to exile something. And then we're going to take a pile of damage. Oh, nope, it's a Jukai Naturalist. That's not necessarily better. Like, that could be just as bad or worse. What even is that guy? Okay, stored a creature with flying. It has Defender and Reach. Well, either way, it's good enough to beat us right now. Oh, that's just gonna be too late. Actually, that's not true. We could... So there is a creative way we could do this. We could discard it to the Fleeting Spirit since we're not attacking. And then play Greasefang. It'll come into play. We kill something, probably the 4/4. I mean, I don't know if this helps us win at all. Because we're still going to have to take a lot of damage next turn, but... Alright. Discard this. Kill that. We have a treasure that doesn't really do anything. I mean, we might as well attack with this. I mean, I doubt they're going to block. If they do, we get to kill 2 things, so I wouldn't be upset about it. Alright. So it goes back to hand. We get our dude back. Alright. For now, it looks like we might at least be able to live for a turn. Possibly. Oh, then there's a Calyx. Gosh dang it. Yep. That's tough. Don't think we can win now. Alright, Calyx is big. So now we're going to need 2 removal cards to even have a shot at this game. Okay. So we want this back in the graveyard. And they didn't attack with their 7/7 for some reason. Oh my gosh. What does this look like? I was thinking if we play Aster... No, that wouldn't work. Maybe we draw another one of the removal and artifacts? That might be our best bet, so let's try that. We'll block, and then I'll just use its ability. They don't gain any life. Ah, dang it. I was hoping we get one of the other artifacts. That would have helped a lot, honestly. Oh, so what do we do here, y'all? I mean, we can kill Jukai Naturalist. I mean, we play Aster no matter what. And just hope there's something good there to start with. Alright, hey, that's something. That at least moves us in the right direction. Then we go to combat. Now I just have to decide, are we trying to kill Jukai Naturalist or the Rising Star? I think we're trying to kill Jukai Naturalist. I think. We'll get a treasure. Pass the turn. This goes back into our hand. We at least have some reasonable blocks now. So there's that. And they only have 1 thing with trample. Technically 2, I guess, now. Which that can be a 5/5 here if they want to spend the mana. Oh, it's a 6/6. Oh, dang it. I forgot they have the mana creature, too. That's tough. Alright. So I think this is where Aster has to go to work. Actually, is this where Greasefang goes to work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we block with Greasefang and the Mechanic. Because we can still play the other Greasefang and Surge Mech here if we want to. Next turn. And we can prevent more trample damage or whatever the other way. So that's fine. Alright, then we'll use this to discard this again. Oh, that's not a bad card to have either. We're going to go here. And I don't necessarily have to play a land if we want to blow up the treasure, because we'll get another one back anyway. So let's do that. This will take care of that. Then no need to attack here. Then we'll play this. That gets rid of this. Gets us another treasure. I could go ahead and do this now. Don't know if we want... I think we... I think I need to dig for a removal card, so I don't want to do that. Alright, pass a turn. Now we can also accrue the 5/5. Another Calyx. Golly. Okay. They might have already had that in hand, to be honest, so we don't know. And a Weaver of Harmony. Gee, bus. Alright, I mean, you got it, I guess. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Alright, screw this. And then I guess we're double blocking the 9? I feel like I want to block the 8 just to keep a creature here. Because if we don't... I mean, if they get anything and that gets bigger, we die to trample anyway, right? Ah, this is a tough decision. We're going to be able to get a Galleon back. Galleon has to kill Calyx, so we know that's a thing. I'm going to risk it and go to 1. Oh, wait, if I do that, though, I can't use black mana. Oh, that sucks. Never mind. Never mind. I have to do this in case I find the right kill spells. Super unfortunate, but it's just the way the things fell. Especially since I'm planning on using the Brass's Tunnel Grinder. Oh, I don't, because I have Treasure. Gosh damn it, I could have done that. Yep, I might lose because of that decision. That is super silly. I might have cost myself. Let's tap this for colorless. And let's see if any of this matters. Okay, okay, we got a... Oh wait, this could be... No, we have to kill that, the 8/8. We can kill it now. No, because if I do that, Calyx sends it back to their hand. Okay, well, Go to combat. Get the Galleon. Gallion's going to kill a Calyx. I feel like I have to hold this and just wait so they don't have 2 of these going back to their hand. So we'll pass the turn. No attacks. Bunch of triggers. I mean, if they're playing something that saves a creature, then we just die. Like, I'm willing to accept that I could kill it now just to get it back to a smaller size, which I probably should have done. But, man, I mean, I could also kill it now. And it's effectively the same thing. Though they'd get to recast it on their turn. Nah, I'd rather go without here. Because there was also a chance they might try to play... we just let that happen, actually. Alright. Target that. We'll discard this. Okay. They do have cards in hand now, which becomes a different problem. Well, they have no cards in hand, which is good for us. They only have 1 attacker, because this has defender, so I'm going to go ahead and use this now. Alright, take our turn. Oh, that's an excellent card. I mean, I say that. We got to get a card in hand, which would be that, so that's okay. Or the Galleon. We're going to go ahead and play this. See what else we find, if anything. Belligerent. Okay, now we can start getting access to more cards. Let's go to combat. Get the Galleon again. We'll kill off this guy first off. We will... Am I attacking with the Fleeting Spirit here? I mean, using the Fleeting Spirit to attack? I think we could safely. I mean, we did send an enchantment to their graveyard, so this will go back to their hand. So there's that. Yeah, we just pass. I think. Man, this is a tough decision. I think we just pass, though. I don't think I need to get too tricky here. I think the issue is I can try to just kill this 3/3 if they don't play any other enchantments. And then I can finally just send those Kamiya Transits to the graveyard for a full turn. All right. I think that's what we're going to do then. Under the circumstances, I think this is correct. We will go ahead, kill that. Auto pay. We actually have to discard a thing because we can't pay the life. Belligerents. I would love to have access to more cards. Actually, I'm going to discard the Belligerent because we can take out both their things on this turn. And we'd actually start being a little more aggressive if we want. Because we can do this. This kills one of those. Go to combat. Get this. This now gets to kill that. Then we can crew vehicles because they don't have anything with haste. And we're going to attack. And that looks like that does it. All right, cool. Woo. All right, so this worked, surprisingly. It was pretty solid. The issue I would say, though, is I almost felt like I needed a couple more things to draw cards, which sounds crazy. Thran Spider was all right. I feel like we could play a different card in that spot. I just kind of wanted the Spider to make it a little easier to cast the vehicles. But maybe we just don't need that badly anyway. But yeah, if there was a change, I think we could also play one more mech hanger over one of the other lands. So if you don't have the appropriate lands, go ahead and try to squeeze in a mech hanger if you have it. These are uncommons from the Kamigawa set. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Thran Spider, it's fine. I don't love or hate it. It's just okay. I think Aster, though, we missed with Aster quite a bit, and I feel like Aster could be probably something like Wandering Emperor, and it might just be better, truthfully. I think just having the ability to exile a thing, you can make another body, I think those are just more beneficial. I mean, don't get me wrong, a 4/4 is nice, but just situations, even with that last game where we could have just exiled one of those things and not worried about it anymore, would have almost been better than just playing Aster to try to search for another vehicle. Because really, unless we get Magmatic Galleon or we get Surge Hacker Mech, getting another vehicle doesn't do a lot on its own, right? Belligerent's nice, but we kind of have to be in a winning situation before the Belligerent really, pulls us ahead. So, even to that point, I mean, looking at other vehicles that are in red, black, and white, I'm not really sure there's too many others you'd want to play. I think that's kind of the tough part. I mean, there's this thing that makes a vehicle on the back, but that's not really what we're looking to play. I mean, there's Mech Titan Core, but we don't necessarily have enough things to sacrifice to it always. So yeah, not a lot of great options, unfortunately. But maybe we still stick with these as it is. But yeah, those would be my recommendations. I might change Aster into Wandering Emperor. I think that would just help. And the rest of the deck is actually fine. I mean, I think we have enough removal. I think we have enough early creatures. Fleeting Spirit is great against any type of things with spot removal or whatever. Works fantastic. Magmatic Galleon was really good. So, yeah, hard to argue overall. But the deck list: 4 Hotshot Mechanic, 4 Fleeting Spirit, 3 Get Lost, 4 Bitter Triumph, 3 Inti Seneschal of the Sun, 2 Brassus Tunnel Grinder, 4 Greasefang, 3 Thran Spider, 2 Belligerent, 2 Aster, 4 Surge Hacker Mech, 2 Magmatic Galleon, 1 Iganjo, a Plains, a Swamp, a Takenuma, Mountain, Sekinzen, 2 Caves, 2 Shattered Sanctum, 2 Blackleaf Cliffs, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. We just have a bunch of different lands. But like I said, if you don't have any of the appropriate lands, feel free to squeeze in one more Mech Hanger, because I think that could help the deck quite a bit. Yeah, I wasn't really sure if Greasefang was still going to be viable or how it would hold up against different decks. I mean, I don't think I'd say this is a runaway deck of any kind, but the fact that it even is still playable was kind of surprising to me. Again, I don't know if Belligerent is the right extra vehicle to have. Maybe we just need to be playing a full set of 4 each of the Magmatic Galleon and the other one, the Surge Hacker Mech. I think that's probably could be just as good and just play 8 vehicles. I think that's fine, but overall, the deck is actually still very good. And you do have some ways to come from behind, and you're not worried about sweepers all that much because you have both vehicles and creatures that are resilient to being removed. So, I don't know, this one kind of surprised me, y'all. I don't know what to say. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Starscream, Power Hungry. Not because of anything particular about Starscream, but almost just as a reminder that all of these Transformer cards exist. And they all happen to be vehicles because, well, they're Transformers and they flip back and forth. The interesting thing, though, is if you want any of these, they can all be had for pretty much between like $1 to $5. A lot of them up to $3, so they're pretty cheap. Now, they have special versions that can be $10 or $12, but if you just want to get your hands on these, I would go through, if you're playing anything with vehicles or that cares about vehicles, look at what these all do, and if they fit your deck, you can pick these up on the cheap. It'd be a good way to upgrade your commander deck that cares about vehicles without breaking the bank. And if you're a fan of Greasefang, we have another Rats deck that was actually really good, surprisingly, and it didn't have to play that many new cards, so it's a pretty cheap build. You should check that out. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.